Welcome back to the 2024 International Conference. Now, please join me in welcoming Professor Xu Huiheng and Professor Yang Yiqing to the podium to chair our following session. I'm sorry, we're still waiting for Professor Yang for a couple of minutes.
Don't worry, I can start. He's coming.
Okay, I have to introduce you.
Okay.
Professor Xu is the Vice President of National Health Research Institute, and Professor Yang is the Chairman of Geriatric Education Division at National Cheng Kung University Hospital. Please, a round of applause to welcome our moderators.
So welcome back. I'm Dr. Huiheng Xu. It's my honor to co-chair with Professor Dr. Yang Yiqing. So I'm a doctor, diabetes doctor by training. So I wish you, like me, feel this today's conference very informative and very valuable. So it's my great honor to introduce our first speaker, Professor Richard Kwok. Professor Kwok is currently the program director of the Population Studies and Genetic Branch at NIH, United States. But he cannot make it today. He made a pre-recorded video, so we are going to see the video of his speech. But he also cannot make Q&A online, so let's begin to listen to his speech.
And Tina Chu for the kind invitation and help with organizing my presentation today. I wanted to share with you some of the work that we've been doing here at the United States National Institutes of Health on the topic of nutrition for precision health and its potential implications for older adults. So my presentation will introduce the Nutrition for Precision Health and the All of Us research program with more details about the goals, structure, study population, measures collected, and how researchers around the world can access these data. So why study precision nutrition? First off, poor diet is a leading cause of preventable death and disease and preventable healthcare costs in the United States. The current dietary recommendations provide a one-size-fits-all approach, which is inadequate for individual circumstances. Also, interactions between dietary intake, the microbiome, ecology, metabolism, nutritional status, and genetics and the environment are still poorly understood, which leads us to the Nutrition for Precision Health program, which is nested within the All of Us research program. The goal of the NPH is to develop algorithms that can predict individual responses to dietary patterns based on factors such as lifestyle, genetics, environment, and the microbiome. It is a large multi-site study that aims to enroll a diverse cohort of 10,000 participants from the All of Us research program. Participants report their daily diets, while a subset will also be given researcher-selected diets. These participants will do surveys and provide biological samples for analysis. Genomics and electronic health record data will be collected and analyzed. There are also plans to use artificial intelligence to analyze the vast amounts of data that will be generated from this study. It is expected that the NPH will advance precision nutrition research and enable a more customized nutritional guidance to improve health and prevent disease. The NPH is the first major initiative to advance the goals of the 2020 to 2030 Strategic Plan for NIH Nutrition Research, and is also the first major ancillary study of the All of Us research program. It is the first NIH Common Fund program with a primary focus on nutrition research, and it has also been awarded to 15 institutions around the United States. All of Us is working to earn the trust of communities previously disenfranchised by medical research and engage them in safe, protected ways that can help enable a deeper understanding of disease biology and precise approaches to care. Historically, the diverse data needed to paint a complete picture of human health, either biological, environmental, behavioral, and sociodemographic, has not been easy to capture in one place. The NIH is bringing this data together on a single platform and working to ensure it is not only secure and protected, but also made available to diverse researchers across a wide range of settings, particularly those that come or live within the underrepresented communities that bear a disproportionate burden of disease here in the United States and beyond. Data captured by the program includes survey responses, physical measurements, biosamples, electronic health record data, and data from wearables. but with more genomic data forthcoming. The All of Us dataset follows participants as they move, age, develop relationships, get sick, and try different treatments. Here are the 15 participant sites around the United States that are divided between the different analytic centers, the research infrastructure centers, and clinical center and enrollment sites. The MPH will examine baseline diet and physiological responses to meal challenges in all 10,000 participants. A subset of 1,500 Module 1 participants, investigators will examine responses to 3 short-term intervention diets in a controlled community dwelling environment. Additionally, in 500 Module 1 participants, investigators will examine responses to 3 short-term intervention diets in a controlled home environment. All 3 modules, investigators will collect microbiome, physiological, metabolic, behavioral, cognitive, and environmental data, and as well as leveraging existing genomic, EHR, and survey data, and will conduct mixed meal challenges to model the impact of diet and dietary patterns on physiological responses. The use of machine learning and artificial intelligence will be used to develop predictive algorithms within these samples. So here's a graphic overview of the MPH study design. You can see at enrollment, they are collecting baseline habitual intake data from over 10 days in 10,000 people. Then a subset is randomly selected to participate in either modules 2 or 3, where they will participate in 3 two-week testing periods of a specific diet. At the end of these diets, there's a meal test challenge consisting of either a liquid, a diet-specific, or liquid and diet-specific meals. Throughout this process, there will be a collection of questionnaire, biospecimen, and other measures from the common study protocol. So digging a little deeper within the MPH, on all 10,000 participants, investigators will be collecting information about their usual diet through a dietary assessment, continuous glucose monitoring, or CGM, accelerometry, heart rate, questionnaires, and heart rate variability. After a 10-day observation period, a liquid mixed meal tolerance test, or MMTT, will be performed along with data collected on weight, bioelectrical impedance analysis, or BIA, body circumference, another CGM, accelerometry, grip strength, and heart rate variability, along with a variety of biospecimens that will be collected. The standardized liquid challenge test will be used to assess the metabolic phenotype, including insulin sensitivity, beta cell function, and lipid metabolism. Serial blood draws will be collected between baseline and up to 4 hours post-challenge. And these results will be used to predict responses to test diets in modules 2 and 3. Within module 2, in this community dwelling crossover study, it'll be in a subset of 1,500 individuals. There will be 3 controlled dietary interventions that last for 14 days each. This is separated by a washout period of about 14 days as well. These physiological responses follow a diet-specific meal test that will also be measured. So this diet-specific meals challenge test will be conducted on all Module 2 participants, and they'll receive a breakfast meal that matches this dietary intervention protocol. They'll then complete a diet-specific meal challenge test to assess the metabolic phenotype, after following a 2-week diet intervention. So here we'll measure insulin sensitivity, beta cell function, and insulin response, the lipid metabolism, as well as collecting serial blood draws between the baseline and up to 4 hours post-challenge will be collected from all of these participants. And then within Module 3, 500 participants will be randomly selected to be studied in residence in their homes. These participants will undergo the same 3 dietary interventions during the same 14-day period as Module 2, except this will be in their homes. The physiological responses following a liquid mixed meal tolerance test and diet-specific meal test will also be measured. They'll also be, the biometric test will also include doubly labeled water, weight, bioelectrical impedance, continuous glucose monitoring, accelerometry, questionnaire data. We'll also measure a resting metabolic rate, conduct a DEXA bone density scan, and also collect heart rate variability along with biospecimens. So you can see it's quite comprehensive in terms of the data that we'll be collecting on participants in Module 3. The different diets offered on each track include varying diets with varying amounts of fruits and vegetables, dairy and meat, and also different grains and sugars. So you can see that these different tracks vary and at different time points, depending on which module that they will be receiving these specialty diets. Overall, the timeline of the MPH data started collection back in 2022 and will continue through 2027 with all 3 modules being collected. And then in 2027, we'll wrap up the data collection and then start conducting the data analyses, presenting primary results, and then posting these data onto the researcher workbench within the All of Us program. So here's the age distribution among the All of Us participants. As of May earlier this year, 26% of the participants were 65 years or older. So, but within the MPH, here are the enrollment numbers as of May 2024. And you can see the percentage of older adults within each module. So Module 1 has about 28% of participants over 65 years of age at enrollment, 21% in Module 2, and then 36% of participants are over 65 years of age in Module 3. In addition to the MPH data that's available, the All of Us also provides a range of data that can be provided to serve as a comparison group. So there are over 413,000 survey responses that have been collected. 337 of those participants have provided physical measurements. Of those, 312,000 have provided data, and we've genotyped their DNA. 287,000 have provided electronic health records, and then provide whole genome sequencing. And then about 15,000 of those individuals have collected Fitbit wearable data, but then we also have sleep data that's also available for participants and researchers on the researcher workbench. And new to 2023, as of last year, we provided structural variant data and also long-read sequence data on All of Us participants. In addition to all this data that's provided, the MPH also provides omic data, metabolic information, environmental data, lifestyle behavioral, dietary, and participant characteristics. So it's a very rich ecosystem of data that can be provided for researchers to analyze and discover. To use this data, that are being collected, there are different tiers, that you can use, from the public tier, which includes overviews of participant characteristics and data types, to the registered tier, where you can get in-depth data from surveys, electronic health records, physical measurements, and wearables. And finally, to a control tier, where genomic data and more granular health and demographic data are available. So while not specifically designed as studies of older adults, the MPH, or Nutrition for Precision Health, is a parent, and its parent program, the All of Us research program, will be excellent platforms for health-related discoveries in older adults. So we encourage you to reach out, to go to the researcher workbench within the All of Us program and to get involved and download this data. It's free to access anywhere in the world, and we look forward to working with you. So here are some ways to stay connected with us and to discover different funding opportunities that are available within the National Institutes of Health. We fund investigators all around the world to study the outcomes of interest within NIH. And thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions, please scan the QR code and email me with any questions you may have. And I really appreciate your time and available for any questions that you may have. Thank you so much.
Okay, we thanks Professor Kwok share his experience of the called MPH as a part of all of us currently running in the United States, and wish he can share the result in the near futures. Any question, please go to the email address he left to us. Okay.